In the movie, Bad Teacher, Cameron Diaz took on the title role. She brought life to a shameless, potty-mouthed middle school teacher whose no-holds-barred approach was both comical and cringe-worthy. But even Bad Teacher looks like Mary Poppins compared to the teachers we've profiled.
Former Tampa teacher Debra Lafave is back in the headlines tonight.
With blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, Debra was drop-dead gorgeous. She was young, newly married, and had a bright future ahead of her, which made it even more inconceivable that she would risk it all in pursuing and seducing a 14-year-old boy.
You had sex with this student while his cousin drove the car. You know, even if he's not 14 and you're 23, even if he's not your student and you're a married woman, it's a pretty brazen thing to do. Were you scared?
It didn't even bother me.
In 2005, Debra Lafave took a plea deal in order to avoid jail time. For the charge of lewd or lascivious battery against a teenager, Lafave would not go to prison. She was instead sentenced to 3 years of house arrest and 7 years of probation. "24-year-old Alexandria Vera was a popular teacher at Aldine ISD Stovall Middle School in Houston, Texas. After becoming a mom at the age of 18, Vera set out to make a better life for her daughter. She knew what she wanted and wasn't afraid to go after it. After paying her own way through college and buying her first home by the time she was 21, Alexandria Vera proved that she was definitely a go-getter. She seemed to have it all, with endless possibilities ahead of her. Then came the summer of 2015. It was then that she first encountered JT, a young preteen boy who was enrolled in her summer school class. For Vera, it was hardly love at first sight. JT was just like any other student she'd taught, or at least, that was how the story began. A relentless pursuit and friend request developed into a physical relationship. relationship, police found damning evidence on her phone. Debra was arrested and charged with repeated sexual abuse of a child. Additionally, she was ordered not to have contact with JT. Eventually, Vera admitted to the affair. After pleading guilty for her criminal acts, Alexandria Vera was sentenced to 10 years in prison. JT's mother wrote a letter to the court, but not for the reason one might think. The letter was in support of not only the former school teacher, but her relationship with the underage boy. JT's mother characterized scrutiny of the relationship as a cultural misunderstanding.